And we are here at Las Vegas for the third event of the Sunoco Busch Grand National Series, the Matco Tools 300. And your front row on the pole will be Christina Cowan in the number 89 Evinrude Pontiac, and alongside will be our Daytona pole sitter, the Goodies 300, Gabriella Bryan in the number 64.
Drivers, start your engines!
Then in row number 2, as the cars fire up and get ready to head off of pit road, Jacob Rodriguez in the number 13 Lumina and Dunlap Red. Row number 3 will be Kelsey McEwen in the number 38, and Ann Batson Daytona winner in the 85 Burger King Ford. Ralph Green and Trey Roberts will make row number 4. Row number 5 will be Alexander Wilson Leach and Nick Knotts. Row number 6 will be Jack Richards in the McDonald's Ford number 27, and Ken Johnson in the 01 Days Inn Special Super Days Inn Ford. Zed Weinstein in the number 00, and Ed Gardner will make row number 7. Row 8 will be Andre Castro and Matthew Rodriguez. Row 9 will be Grace Goonan and Adam Chambers. Row 10 will be our points leader / our last winner at Rockingham, Tim Gardner, and Christian Brannon. Row number 11 will be Adam Fiegel and Darnell Jones. Row 12 will be Courtney Winterbauer and Juliet Leonard. 13th row will be Emily Johnson and Jeremy Doobie. 14th row will be Jordan Hetzer and Matt Richards. 15th row, Celia Brewer and Hayden Klein. 16th row will be Mike Doobie and Tim Freilich, and the rest of the field is we're going to go green right now. 20 laps around the 1.5 mile speedway right here at Las Vegas. And the early leader is Christina Cowan. Jacob Rodriguez goes into second in the Glidden Paints Lumina. Third spot is Kelsey McEwen in the Red Coat Steel Tubes Ford, the car that was driven by Dick Johnson, the Australian, back in 1989-1990s. You see 3 abreast. How about that? With the number 70 of Ralph Green moving into the inside. He's going to try to take that number 1 spot, and does just that. Nice move for Ralph Green, trying to take the number 1 spot away from Christina Cowan. Now we see it all start to come together now. Look at that. They're all scattering out as we go to a wide shot here. Oops. Oh, we got trouble. Look at that right there. As they go 4 abreast, you can see the spinning, and they're still going. Let's see, what is that? The number 86 of Faith Johnson involved in the wreck. As you can see it all going on right there, and you saw what had happened. So now let's go into what the replay of what had just transpired there. As we go 3 laps in, yellow on the speedway, you saw Faith Johnson obviously involved there. Let's see what's going on. Actually, she wasn't so much of a factor as was, you saw there, I think it was Matthew Rodriguez. I do believe. See if I can find him, because there's Ed Weinstein. There's Matthew Rodriguez. Let's see if this is the reason. Because it was starting to get very much congested as they headed out of corner number 4. Yeah, there you go. Tagging right into Zed Weinstein. And then tagged by Emily Johnson, the pole sitter at Rockingham, sending Matthew Rodriguez off the track. Spinning. And then, yep, there you go. Tagging the number 45 of Casey Hutchinson, and then tagging Faith Johnson. So a Johnson caused the wreck, and a Johnson is a casualty of the wreck. All in one fell swoop. Diana Panic got tagged too. So our outside pole sitter at Daytona, victim of the circumstances. I don't think there's anything much else. Yep, it seemed like they all stuck clean going out of it. Let's see if anything happened. Nope. Nothing of any suspicion. Casey Hutchins is still going around. The win back to the line, I think the big question is who got... And no, we had more wrecking going on there. We didn't even notice that there was more stuff going on, and we didn't even catch that. We were all catching the attention of the ladder. So let's back that up. What we saw there was Timmy Gardner involved. Yep. Tim Gardner, our points leader, getting into deep water. We didn't really pay attention to this as we were trying to identify the earlier wreck. There it was, getting tagged by the number 38 of Kelsey McEwen, going into our pole sitter, Christina Cowan. Goes around, you saw Jacob Rodriguez having to pull out of the way. A tough break for Timmy Gardner. And I do believe that was it for that tune. And I think our win back to the line, I do believe, was Jack Richards. We did not catch it, though, so I do believe Jack Richards won the race back to the line as I stopped it, not knowing what was going on. So. Yep. I do believe Jack Richards won the race back to the line. Try to play catch up here. So right now the leader is Jack Richards in the McDonald's Ford number 27. Grace Gooden is there in second. Alexandra Wilson Leach is in third. Ralph Green is fourth. Gabriella Bryan is in fifth. Andre Castro, Kelsey McEwen, Zed Weinstein, Jacob Rodriguez, Christina Cowan rounding out the top 10, followed by Adam Chambers, Dunn Laprad, Ken Johnson, Ann Batson, Trey Roberts, Nick Knotts, Ed Gardner, Jordan Hetzer, Mike Doobie, Adam Fiegel, Jason Vuong, Christian Brennan, Keith Batson, Jeremy Doobie, Timmy Gardner. Well, Courtney Winterbauer actually moved up a couple spots too. I do believe that was because she probably got to the finish line before some. And how about that? 3 are already out. Matthew Rodriguez, who was involved in that wreck, kicked it off. Diana Panic, she's out. Casey Hutchinson is out. And now Celia Brewer is out. Celia Brewer was probably involved in that accident. I don't know for what reason. Let's see if we can figure out what happened with Celia that caused such a thing. I wonder if she was tagged or something. Oh, there was another little mess going on here. As you saw, the number 90 of Mike Doobie. Yep, that's what's going on. We saw a barrage of cars there. We didn't even pay attention. There was a lot of wrecking going on. You can't catch it all. As you saw the number, what is that? The number 77? It looks to me, yep, the number 77 of Grace Friedman was involved in that too. So that was what happened there. So a lot of stuff that was going on that sparked the caution. We go back to live racing action. It's a tough break for Celia Brewer. And she is out of the race. So let's see what's going on here. Let's see if this is going to be the final lap around before we go green. Nope. It's still going, so. But this time by will be green, though. I can tell you that for a fact. Jack Richards will lead the field to the green flag. We are going to be 8 laps down. This will be lap number 8 of 20. And Grace Gunnan will be right there behind. And you have Alexander Wilson Leach, Ralph Green, and Gabrielle O'Brien. How about that? 3 wrecks to start the race. The one with we saw Matthew Rodriguez. We just saw the one with Tim Gardner, and now we saw the one with Celia Brewer. But now we're going to go back to racing action. Green flag. Let's see if I'll get a few laps down in the bag past the halfway mark as they come by. Green flag, and we are back to racing with Jack Richards to lead the field. Obviously single file, but look already, jumping right to the inside is going to be the number 70 of Ralph Green. Oops. You can jump back to so much going on here. How about that, the number 72 of Jason Wong going up way high. There's the number 69 of Jeremy Doobie. There's the number 23 Splitfire Spark Plugs Olds of Trey Roberts. And another case of 3 abreast. Oh, we got more going on. What's going on back there? Oops. Saw some bobbling going on there. Some bumping and grinding going on. Yep, that's Tim Gardner yet again. Another yellow. Problems for Timmy Gardner. You saw Tim Gardner going out of shape again. A tough break for a points leader and our last winner at Rockingham. So far, has not fared very well. Let's see what happened there with Tim Gardner. And Grace Gunnan will get the lead off of that lap. Looked like we had a little bit of a jumble back there. Because our pole sitter kind of fell back, our leader kind of fell back a little. There's a little bit of tagging going on there with the number 38 of Kelsey McEwen, who kind of went in and tagged. But nothing really harmful there. Now there's our number 97 of Timmy Gardner. Got in by the number 41 of Darnell Jones and was tagged by the number 48 of Tim Freilich and was sent around. Luckily, that was the only thing that came out of that. So, nonetheless, still a tough break for Timmy Gardner. Once again, now we're at the halfway point, 10 laps to go. Grace Gwynden's your leader. Christina Cowan, our pole sitters, in second. Jacob Rodriguez is third. Don Laprad is in fourth. Andre Castro, Gabriella Bryan, Ralph Green, Kelsey McEwen, Jack Richards, Adam Chambers. Rounding out the top 10, Zed Weinstein, Ed Gardner, Trey Roberts, Nick Knotts, Jordan Hetzer, Alexander Wilson Leach, Ann Batson, Ken Johnson, Mike Doobie, Adam Fiegel, Keith Batson, Jason Wong, Jeremy Doobie, Juliet Leonard, Emily Johnson, Dougie Shears, Matt Richards, Hayden Klein, Christian Brennan, Darnell Jones, Grace Friedman, Lena Savage, Charles Jackson, Courtney Winterbauer, Tim Freilich, Gerald Ickmet, and Tim Gardner are all the cars still left, and this will be the one more lap, and we will go green. It will be 8 laps to go for Grace Gooden. So far we've had 2 cautions. Makes you wonder. And the last one wasn't really so much of a big deal, but I mean, Tim Gardner causing the last caution obviously made a difference. I do believe this is, yep, I still think he can get one more time by. We'll have to see. Yep, lights are still going. Maybe one more lap. Yep. So it'll be 7 laps to go, I do believe. Will be the green flag. Yep. Let's check it one more time. This time it will be the green flag. It'll be 7 laps to go for Grace Gooden. Grace Gooden, Christina Cowan, Jacob Rodriguez, Don Laprad, Andre Castro, your top 5. With 7 laps to go. And we are green. Here we go again. Grace Gooden off to a very good start. We go back a little bit. Here's your Daytona pole sitter Gabriella Bryan. Can move to the inside of the number 30 of Andre Castro, the Country Time Maxwell House Pontiac, the Michael Waltrip car from 1990. But meanwhile, up front, here comes the pole sitter Christina Cowan making a move to the inside of Grace Gooden. And she's going to do it. Oh, not yet. We still got 6 laps to go, though. There's Jacob Rodriguez. Don Laprad right there, too. Jacob Rodriguez going to the inside of the number 89 Evinrude Pontiac of Christina Cowan. Here's Don Laprad right there with the Snickers Buick. Right behind. And Jacob Rodriguez has got the lead with 5 laps to go. And Don Laprad's going to try to take the 2nd spot and does just that. Zip back a little bit. Look at all the mess going on over here. Hot mess. Up, Oh, we got another correct right here. Adam Chambers, Jack Richards. And we got a car tumbling. That is Jack Richards doing it again. And we're back under yellow. Wow. Adam Chambers. Man. And that could be the race, if anything. Man, oh man. They're still bumping over here. How about that? We got more wrecking going on. Jacob Rodriguez, Christina Cowan, Gabriella Bryan. They're still wrecking over there. Unbelievable. Let's go back and see what's going on. And that's going to probably end this race because we have it'll be 3 laps to go. And Dunlap Red led the run. So let's see what happened to culminate what we just saw. We'll go back to our first spot, which was Jack Richards in the McDonald's Ford, who was leading very strongly early on in the race. And it got ugly. See, he tumbled it. You'll see, watch what's going on. You see, it kind of gets a little tight over here. You saw the number 23 of Trey Roberts getting in there. Adam Chambers, Jeremy Doobie, Dougie Shears, Keith Batson, Matt Richards. Doobie getting tagged by the number 23 of Trey Roberts. You see Adam Chambers getting caught. Jack Richards gets in there. Doobie kind of gets away scot-free. So, kind of a good news situation for Jeremy Doobie. And meanwhile, back here, Trey Roberts getting out of shape. There's Christian Brannon, who takes a slap right to the side of Jack Richards in a McDonald's Ford. And then Zelina Savage gets a little bit of a touch. And then bam! How about getting T-boned in the side by the number 41 of Darnell Jones. Sends him up and over. There's Timmy Gardner again. Seems like he's had a very bad day. And then the number 40 of Courtney Winterbauer also getting tagged. As well as the number 48 of Timmy Freilich. And then let's see if anything else was going on. Oops. So then you had over here Gerald Ickmat, Lena Savage kind of brushing a little bit. There's Courtney Winterbauer, lame duck. Talk about dodging a bullet, Trey Roberts. We're going to do an onboard shot momentarily of Jack Richards. But let's go to another situation we just saw with Jacob Rodriguez. Just after the yellow, you see Dunlap Red just beat Jacob Rodriguez to the stripe to take the caution flag. And then you want to talk about insult to injury. Basically, that's like taking the race for Dunn. And there you have the Evinrude Pontiac of Christina Cowan. And that's where it got congested. You saw Grace Gunnan, Gabriella Bryan, Jacob Rodriguez, Christina Cowan, all 3 of them right into the wall, T-boned. And that was insult to injury. It's bad enough you didn't get the caution stripe first, which was probably going to guarantee the victory to whoever got it. But to take a hard shot into the wall, like what he just went through, is not what you want. Tough break. It was a mess. Tough break for Jacob Rodriguez. And Darnell Jones dropping out. So Darnell Jones is out of here. Now I do believe this will probably be the end of the race. Christina Cowan is going to be second because she got to the finish. Actually, Jacob Rodriguez dropped out, so Christina Cowan is going to get second. I don't think there's going to be any disqualifications, but let's see how many. Yep, this race is going to be OVER. As Dunlap Red. That wreck made the difference. Dunlap Red is going to win this race. Christina Cowan's going to be second. Grace Giddens going to be third. Kelsey McEwen's going to be fourth. Andre Castro's going to be fifth. Ed Gardner, Zed Weinstein, Ralph Green, Nick Knotts, and Batson rounding out the top 10. Alexander Wilson Leach will be 11th. Followed by Jason Wong, Mike Doobie, Adam Fiegel, Juliet Leonard, Ken Johnson, Jordan Hetzer, Dougie Shears, Matt Richards, Keith Batson, Hayden Klein, Emily Johnson, Jeremy Doobie, Christian Brennan, Charles Jackson, Grace Friedman, Adam Chambers, Gerald Dickmont, Lena Savage, Trey Roberts, Courtney Winterbauer, Tim Gardner, Gabriella Bryan has dropped out, Jacob Rodriguez is out, Tim Freilich is out, Jack Richards is out, Darnell Jones, Celia Brewer, Casey Hutchinson, Faith Johnson, Diana Panic, and Matthew Rodriguez rounding out the field. But your winner is right here. Dunlap Red in the Snickers number 8 Buick Regal is going to take the checkered flag and win the Matco Tools 300 right here at Las Vegas. Congratulations to Dunn. Second spot, very good showing right there, staying in the mix, Christina Cowan. Grace Gooden will be third. Kelsey McEwen, Andre Castro rounding out the top 5. As I said, I went through the order. So now, that said, your winner, Dunlap Red. And the points, you want to talk about a hot mess in the points, get ready to see what you're going to say. You can kind of tease it a little bit down here. The point standings after three-way tie for the lead. Grace Gooden, Zed Weinstein, Juliet Leonard, then Tim Gardner, Nick Knotts, Andre Castro, Mike Doobie, Kelsey McEwen, Ann Batson, Jason Wong, Dougie Shears, Ralph Green, Adam Chambers, Hayden Klein, Christina Cowan, Gerald Dickmat, Grace Freeman, Tim Freilich, Jacob Rodriguez, Jordan Hetzer, your top 20. And there's the rest. Christian Brennan, Alexander Wilson Leach, Keith Batson, Dunlap Red, Ed Gardner, Ken Johnson, Emily Johnson, Matt Richards, Courtney Winterbauer, Faith Johnson, Gabriella Bryan, Lena Savage, Trey Roberts, Darnell Jones, Jeremy Doobie, Matthew Rodriguez, Casey Hutchinson, Jack Richards, Diana Panic, and Celia Brewer rounding out the field. If we go into our next event for the Sunoco Busch Grand National Series, will be the Coors Light 300 at South Boston Speedway. Talk about 4/10 mile, short track bull ring. You got it coming up, but we got the Cup cars. Before that, stick around.